Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I post sometimes. I'm really bad at posting. I'm so bad at posting on YouTube. I want to get more consistent, but it's so hard. So I'm going to try and get more consistent. I'm not going to make any promises. I'm just going to do it, okay? So there will be videos. I decided the best way to come back to YouTube, not that I ever left really, I was just lazy. The best way to come back to YouTube would be to react to my very first video, and I'm going to actually recreate the eye look. I did this like glowy skin situation on Instagram Live, so if you want to see more of this kind of content of Instagram Live and things like that as well, make sure you're following me over there. It's TooDollyMakeup on everything, so make sure you head over and follow me on Instagram. I'm fun and I post way more over there, I swear to God. I'll probably wreck your head. So the first video that I ever made isn't actually on YouTube anymore. The first video that I ever made was an entry to Jackie Ina's like club makeup look. It was like the Freakum Dress makeup look, and I literally looked like a panda. I deleted it years ago because I was like this cannot represent me on the internet, I'm sorry. But I looked crazy. Remember, I was so shook when she commented on my video. I recorded it in my college bedroom and I thought I was amazing, like absolutely just stunning. But I literally got black like MAC shade stick and I put it all over my eye, and it was a whole thing. So this is like the first video that I have on my channel, and it's from a couple of years ago. It was added 4 years ago and it's called Nighttime Eyes. I filmed it on like a shitty little camera. The lighting is terrible. The eye look is questionable, hon. So it's only 5 minutes long because at the time you couldn't post videos longer than like 10 minutes if you weren't a YouTube partner. Rude. I actually still have the palette that I used, which is my MAC Neutrals palette, and I actually love this palette. I just like swap out things when they're done. I use it all the time. I don't use these ones as much as like this side here, but I love this palette, and it's actually a palette that is an exact copy of a palette that Tanya Burr posted years ago. I mean, literally, I would say probably 6 or 7 years ago, she posted this Neutrals palette, and I was like, well, I need that. So we're gonna get into the video. I'm not gonna do an exact copy because I'm not about that life anymore, and I cannot be responsible for 22-year-old Jen and her foolery. Oh, I'm like I'm proper cringing over this. Sexy little starter music.
It's a really easy look to achieve. It's kind of my go-to look, that when I have nothing else I'll always go to this. It's really quick.
Who is she though? I'm sorry. I was so like not confident. I was also like a pretty confident person, but I kind of had like a phone voice or like a YouTube voice, and I was like, yeah, like, you know, very posh and pronounced all of my letters.
Already recorded the start of this video and then I realised that my camera was completely not in focus. You haven't missed too many steps yet. I'll just run through what I've already done.
Why is my hair like that?
I've done my foundation with
Double Wear.
Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay Place Foundation, and I used a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to apply that. I really like how that just buffs it into the skin. I then use Painterly Paint Pot by MAC, which is just a skin toned paint pot, just as a base, and I've used Honey Lust eyeshadow on my lids. And just for my brows I've used a bit of Lingering Pencil and by MAC. And what I'm going to take next,
I'm about to blend a shimmer into my crease. A shimmer.
Woodwinked is one of my all-time favourite MAC eyeshadows, and that is this colour here. It's kind of a brown gold. And I want to take another flat shader brush.
What I'm going to do now,
and I'm just
I don't know if I can forgive myself for this, because I feel like that's one of those cardinal sins of things that you're always told like not to do. I'm about to blend a shimmer into my crease.
And yet again, just go in with the same 217
that
you had already. Just
oh my god. I'm actually embarrassed for myself.
The crease. I'm going to use a pencil brush by Sigma and a colour called Mystery, which is this colour right here. And I'm just going to use that right in my outer V. Which is just here through the crease.
I am disgusted.
Because I'm going out tonight and I do want it to be more of a contrast, I'm
hitting
going
the
to
club.
use black. And the black I'm going to use is Carbon, because I don't want a really strong black. So I'm going to do basically the same thing, but really constrain it.
I even knew back then that Carbon was not the tea.
Now what we're going to do, this is really easy part, we're going to just take the black that we're using and run it under the eyes.
Like, I feel like I thought I looked like incredible. Like, I was like, you are such hot shit. No, honey.
I use vanilla as a highlight.
Oh,
That kind of colour. It's a really nice highlight. I'm
music took a turn.
On a little brush like this brush here, which is the base shadow brush by.
Oh my god, the highlight is like literally all
here. That blends out the highlight as you're going on. Right in the tear duct, using another pencil brush, I'm going to use a little bit of nylon eyeshadow.
I love the Catrice liner.
Waterproof liner. I'm going to shake that up. And I'm going to use a little bit of black eyeliner. And the black eyeliner I'm going to use is MAC
Still bomb.
Eye Kohl, which is just the blackest black. Because I want this to be really strong. Next, I'm just going to put on a little bit of mascara. Now, I'm not going to curl my lashes because I am putting on false lashes. I was going to use these lashes by Chroma, which is the Kardashian line of beauty, but they were crap. They nearly ruined my whole makeup. I was so stressed. You know when it takes your whole layer of makeup off. Anyway, forget it.
She's a sassy queen. She's a sassy queen.
Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.
Okay. Okay. What we not gonna do is copy that, okay? So I'm gonna use the same eyeshadows and everything like that, but just better techniques. So I'm gonna get into that little tutorial now and show you how I would do that differently using the same eyeshadows, because I still really like a lot of those eyeshadows and eye products. So I'm gonna bring it in a little bit closer. Okay, so basically I'm gonna completely reverse everything that I just did on that tutorial. So I have some concealer on my eye. I'm just running over it with a brush so that there's no creases or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop on Mystery first. So Mystery is like a deep kind of chocolatey brown. So I'm just gonna pop that on first on a fluffy brush and just really kind of lightly put that into my crease and just blending it in. This is a little bit patchier than I remember. I haven't used it in quite a while. Might need to warm it up a little bit. Is take some of my Hoola bronzer as well and just kind of warm that up a little bit. That's more my jam. Now I'm just gonna shade that into kind of that outer area and then going in with a blending brush. Just gonna blend that out. So as you can see, we're getting like a really nice soft like smokiness now, and it's like graduated up. Like we ain't just stopping at the crease, you know what I'm saying? My favorite like dark eyeshadow from MAC though is no longer Carbon. I don't think anyone, I don't think it's that black. Like I don't think Carbon is black enough. I actually think there's a shade called Typographic, which is like a really graphitey grey, and I feel like that's so much better. Just blending that in. I'm going to be going in with Woodwinked, which is this one here. I literally just got a new one of these. And then as well I'm going in with All That Glitters, which I think is in another palette. So with these foily eyeshadows, I always found it best to spray the brush first with a bit of fixing spray. So I used to use Fix Plus, but you can use any fixing spray. I have Fix Plus somewhere there on my bed, but they just perform a little bit better. Just a little bit there, kind of blending it back into that black. It's just a really nice shade. I love it. So it's just like a little synthetic domed brush from Madison. It's the M7, and I'm going to spray that again, just get it caught up in the mist. And I'm going to take all that glitters, which is this shade here, and I'm going to pop that onto the lid, but I'm going to keep it quite like localized to just the front of the lid. But I find like in pictures and stuff it really shows up. And this is nylon here, and I'm just going to take that and pop it right in the inner corner. Like, look at that glow. Like, that is nylon. Nylon is such a beautiful shadow to give a glow to that inner corner. Next I'm going to take vanilla, which is what we used for our brow bone, but I'm also going to mix in a little bit of Naked Lunch. So I'm going to take vanilla first on a fluffy blending brush. And what I like to do with my brow highlight is I like to kind of concentrate it up here first and then bring it down over that area just to blend that edge out and soften it all up. I'm just going to take Naked Lunch and I'm just going to pop that right under the brow bone, just to give that kind of pop of highlight. So I don't have Feline, or I don't have the crease liner anymore, but can confirm that they're still amazing. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of liner on my waterline. The brush, I'm going to smudge that out on the bottom lashes, just so that we get a nice kind of edgy effect. I'm just taking a little blending brush. I'm going to go in with my Hoola bronzer, just to soften that edge. Now we're going in with some liner. So my lashes are dry, and now it's time for lips, and I knew exactly the combo that I was wearing. I was wearing MAC Heroin lip liner and Heroin lip gloss, which I have still, which I know is nasty, but that's my completed look of my first ever YouTube video. It's a little bit grunchier than my first YouTube video definitely was, but this is, I suppose, how I would interpret that makeup look now if I was given the same products and told to just go do it. I hope you enjoyed going on this little journey with me, but yeah, I actually quite like this. I feel quite glam. A bitch has a leaky eye on this side, but on this side, we good. We Gucci. But yeah. So if you want to see more videos and more of me acting like a knob, like, hit me up. Look how far we've come. And I will see you all in my next video, whenever that is. Could be next week. Bye guys.